Yo, this is Marvelous Mag, hashtag the winners, and you're watching B Shine. You know, to give you a little bit of history, my family was part of the boot camp. Smith & Wesson Helter Skelter. God bless his dad, my first cousin is Sean Price, you know what I mean? So I grew up, and my brother is Illinois, who was on, I'm Not Sure Anymore, on the first Nocturnal album, you know what I mean? So I was always around it from young and going to, you know what I mean, Lyricist Lounge and different stuff like that from like 11th, 12th grade in high school. We, you know, me sneaking out and, you know, so it was always within the blood and within the surroundings, but after a while it became, you know, an escape. I was a bad dude, so when I rhymed, that was me clearing my shit out. We had went to this show in Detroit one time, right? And we went in there, you know, and it was like real crazy. It was a crazy, like real hip hop, but it was grungy, like a grungy, you know, throwback, you know, like dreads and Timbs and book bags. So boom, these dudes is up on stage and they're performing, and they said the next person that comes up, it was a battle. So this white boy gets up on stage. He has on like, you know, them lumberjack shirts. He has on a Nike hat, Lugs jeans that said Lugs going down. So he gets up on stage, everybody's throwing paper and they dissing him and stuff, and he murders these two girls, murders them. He's talking about smearing their period blood on the camera, all type of crazy stuff. He gets off stage, comes over to the people that we were with and was like, yo, I love y'all, I want to, you know, I want to be a part of this hip hop culture. Get in the car, we listen to it going home. They throw it out the window. 6 months later, we hear My Name Is on MTV. That was Slim Shady. That's the most craziest story that I can remember ever. And he got up on stage and they was booing him, boo, boo, throwing paper, dissing him, and he murdered them. He had Lugs jeans on with that Lugz that go down the leg, and a farmer, you know what I mean, like one of them, you know, lumberjack shirts, and a book bag, a Nike book bag, and a Nike hat that had the check in the front. He looked like a, you know, like a square, and he murdered her. Like, I've been rocking like maybe 8 years now, and like the first five or six, you know, I was just basically performing and trying to perfect my style, learn my style, create my style in a sense, you know what I mean? So within the last 2.5, 3 years, I've been more like learning about the business, marketing, consistency, figuring out about ASCAP, BMI, CSAC, you know what I mean? Stuff like that to allow me to be more than just a lyricist, to be a businessman. So the dope part about being an artist is being able to express yourself and express an emotion or a feeling or a time or a situation that somebody else can relate to. So you can be from New York, but you can express something that somebody in Indonesia or Sweden or Brazil or Japan or just around the corner from me, or Minnesota or Utah, whatever the case may be, we interact as a family through that music. That music is a situation and a time that we all, hip hop is like a, you know, it's a blanket that we all could lay under, because nobody can ever say, especially when it's a hip hop song, it touches an emotion. It brings you back to that time where you might have liked that girl, or got into a fight with somebody, or you was on the train, or they might say something, and or them time that you was at the stage, your first show, and you closing your eyes and like feeling like, yo, I'm here, you know what I mean? So it's always been like that to us. So that alone is a powerful feeling when somebody hits me up and say, yo, I was getting ready to kill myself, and your song made me change and look at that I have something to do, like you know what I mean, like life is better than this. That's a powerful feeling, you know what I mean? Like, you know, it's bigger than just speaking at that point. You're changing lives. Being on Tony Touch, being on Rappers Out of Control, performing at Jacob Javits Center for this tour with MC Lyte and Nikki Giovanni and Monique, and you know, that was thousands of people in there, but that was something that I always remembered. And actually being able to K Slater come over to us and say, yo, this is one of my favorite joints that I've ever heard. You know what I mean? Or doing a joint with Skyzoo, doing a joint with Rock Marciano. You know what I mean? Like, these are people that we look, doing a joint with Shabam Sadiq and Planet Asia. Those are pinnacle points of, okay, people are paying attention. They starting to really like what's going on, because, you know, like, that's a limited commodity. That ain't happening to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Being able to drop music at the abundance and cross my T's and dot my I's to the point where I don't have to work anymore, and I could move from Brooklyn, from New York to Miami and live on Collins with palm trees and water, and I don't have to have a job. That's a major accomplishment, from just hearing something and saying, oh, somebody's banging on the table, from banging on the table to now that banging on the table is paying bills. And I could jump on a flight, or I could pay for food, or I could send money to my man when he needed. Not even 9 to 5 and punching the clock. You know what I'm saying? That's a major accomplishment to me. Even if it's $1,000 or $500, it's more than what you were doing, than what you were getting when you first you was beating on the lunch table. That's a major accomplishment. Later on, people are gonna be able to play my music and, you know what I mean, get that reminiscent feeling like Bob Marley and Tupac and Marvin Gaye give you when you listen to it now, and it's like, I still feel it, you know what I mean? Like, it's gonna bring a nostalgic feeling to that listener years later. But my real reason for doing it is to change people's lives. You know what I mean? Even if I don't change everybody, though, if I make 15 years of music and I change 15,000 people, that's 15,000 people that they like, their entire being, their whole life, the way they see things is because of me. You know what I mean? Because of my expression. That's a major thing. That's major.